And the thing that I've come to realize that, you know, I've got some good neighbors, value your friendship and your stewardship of the ground. And, but I manage my ground and you manage yours, those that own it, or if you just have a house, you get to be the boss. And so my bottom line is, if you want to control what's happening with the ground in Wasatch County, you need to own it. I was here all through the last cycle when we had all these promises about conservation easement, about a tax reform to buy this ground, and it didn't go any further than they say that when the economy stopped, but that was the time to do it because it would have been all in place now. And all we have now is just some, you know, solutions. Yes, they are solutions. But I think the rezone from 20 to 10 acres makes it a tighter zone to develop. That you'll have less development with a 10-acre parcel than you will with a 20. When you have a 20-acre parcel, you have people that come in with money that can do something with it. And we look in our county and we have that very same thing that's happening. It has happened in our county to stop the development on that ground. All you got to do is drive south of Heber. All that ground's still open. It's zone 10. It'll never be changed because of the cost. Because of the cost of the sewer and the water and the ground. So, if you want to control the development of ground, buy it, own it, and then you get to do that. That's where I'm coming from.
Top two so far.
I hesitate to say anything because I don't want it to be
You don't have
twisted.
to. You don't have to if you don't
Well,
want
but I can argue both sides.
Yes,
I
you
truly
can.
can. And I don't want any of you to think we don't take this seriously because most of us have lost a lot of sleep over it. And I can fight for both sides. I truly can. The way I'm feeling at the moment is that my family has been here a long time, and my dad owned a lot of property, and he was a full-time rancher. He didn't have another job that provided retirement or insurance benefits. We didn't have those. We mostly ate what we raised, and so we were not wealthy, but we had everything we needed. But my dad was able to sell his property so that he could retire because he couldn't work any longer. He worked as long as he could. But when he sold his property, he was able to pay his and my mom's medical expenses. And then, yes, we as a family got a bit of an inheritance, which I'm very thankful for. And unlike, I valued my dad's property very much, and I did build on a piece of it, and I lived there. I love the Northfields. It's right across, I live on the highway, and the highway stinks, but to be able to see the Northfields every day is such a blessing. And I walk in the Northfields like a lot of you other people. So I'm torn. I'm totally torn. So please know that we do take this seriously, and we're trying to make the best decision for the information that we've received.
So it's still 2-2.
With that,
Can I make one other comment?
yes, go ahead.
On map 26, you don't need to give it, but on map 26 in our packet, it shows where the underground water is close to the surface. And in that map, you'll see a corner of it up in Midway City. Midway City allowed that to be developed, and it has been a nightmare ever since. It is a total disaster, and it has cost the city thousands and thousands of dollars through the years trying to.
What's the density on that, Gerald?
Well, it's not an apples to apples comparison. The density half acre lot. But anyway, the basements are full of water all the time. The flood irrigation wipes them out. That's not so bad now that they've removed the flood irrigation. It was so bad that the developers sneaked back in and drilled holes in the sewer pipe in order to drain the water
That's what they did in
out of the
Snyder.
development. All that water went through the sewer plant, which Midway paid to get treated for a few $1,000. So I'm saying,
Pipes to go like this.
so I guess my comment is, a vast majority of the Northfields probably will never be built. They won't be able to get a building permit. So what's the thing? I guess I'm asking.
Accident, not allowed. So that drill was swamp.
Chair will entertain a motion.
I know you closed it for everybody.
Okay, it's closed.
Everybody's had a
Closed.
chance a couple
It's
of times.
closed.
I'd just like to make one comment. There's only 11% of the state of Utah that is privately owned. The rest is owned by the government and state farms. Okay? There's not a for sale sign in Northfield. There's no for sale sign on my ground. There's no for sale sign on there's no for sale signs I'm aware of. I've steadily bought every piece of ground I could get. I had over 1,000 head of cattle. The first one brought black Angus cattle. I love it. It's pristine. It's everything. But we're in a time where the government controls everything. And I don't care how far it went back. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in that. And if it happens to not be wetlands, and it happens to have enough frontage, and it'll happen to have be able to pass a perk test, I sure like it. Let one of my kids build a house on it, and it doesn't have to be 20 acres. And like you say, you've got so many lots of record. You got 8 acres, you got 5. I got a lot of record, 5 acres. I haven't run out there and built a house, but it's wetlands. Couldn't build on it if I wanted to. But it's just so far out of bounds. And I agree with you that there are so many lots out there you could
Order,
build.
please, Chairman.
I'm sorry. Am I done?
Look, he is a former planning commission member. I'm going to let him talk.
Could I have one more comment?
Yeah.
Are you in the same situation? Let's
I
let him
don't think
talk.
that way. If that argument stands, I'd like to propose a zone change in my place and put a service station in. Since it's property rights and I can change the zoning this easy, let's go for it.
Let's close this.
That's all I want to say.
You close it.
Well, I didn't know I had an option for a gas station. I thought we were talking.
Point of order, please, gentlemen.
Oh, I guess I'm done.
Let's just close it.
I just need to say that.
Did you hear me rule?
No, sir, I couldn't hear over here.
Chair will entertain a motion.
Chairman,
Mr. Duke,
I'd like to make a motion.
go ahead.
I'd like to make a motion that we pass item number 1, Northfields rezone A20 to A10. Along with all the findings that staff has in the packet, and forward that on to the Wasatch County Council.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, Commissioner Olson seconds. Is there any discussion? Call it the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Nay. You have it, Rick?
Yes.
Okay, good enough. Thank you. Go ahead.
Since the motion was 3-2, it goes with a no recommendation of the council.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Can I make one more comment?
No.
Go ahead, Sandra.
It is?
Yeah.